almost sounds like timing's off. Boy, that doesn't sound good, does it? That sounds like timing is off. I didn't adjust the timing, though. But it's trying to start. Come on, old girl. Come on. Come on, please, please, baby. Oh, ho, ho. That's all 8. She's running on all 8. Oh, my God. Oh, my God, you're running on all 8? Oh, wow. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today is Christmas. So, Merry Christmas. Except for me, it's actually Christmas Eve. And yes, I am competing for the worst, ugliest Christmas shirt in all of YouTube. But first, we got to get into Swamp Vet. I think that's what I'm calling it, is Swamp Vet. Today, I have a very simple goal that's probably going to take the rest of the evening. It's like 8 o'clock at night, so I'll be working on this until Christmas. We need to replace all 9 fuel injectors, the fuel pressure regulator, and I'm sure some miscellaneous broken vacuum lines along the way. So it's definitely been a while since we worked on Swamp Vet. To be honest with you, this is the one part I wasn't looking forward to. Getting to the fuel injectors in this car is not particularly easy. They buried the fuel rail underneath this fun and honestly really cool looking intake plenum. To get it out, you're going to need some special tools, at least one for sure, and that is this bad boy right here. This is, can you focus? Which side is, I don't know, there's the camera. This is a Mack T40. This is an extended T40. It won't focus. It's too sharp of a point right there to focus on. Anyway, this is a very long T40 to help you get all the way across the plenum into some of those bolts. So, yes, we've got that. We've got some basic tools here. This is the fuel pressure regulator we're going to be replacing. Look how nice and soft that is. And then we have a cold start injector to replace, along with the new O-rings for the cold start injector. Then we have 8 fuel injectors that appear to have good O-rings, so I did not bother purchasing new ones. As you can see, they actually look pretty good. All the O-rings look really good. And then, last but not least, we have the pigtails for the passenger side and the pigtails for the driver's side. I may have gotten those backwards, but who cares? We've got to replace those. And once we do that and find what I assume there's going to be broken vacuum lines down here. Once we replace all those, put it all back together, I do have valve cover gaskets and the intake gasket set as well. Right here, the MS93035-1. And hopefully, once we're done with this, the Swamp Vet will run on all 8 cylinders. I'm excited. Unfortunately, the end game for this car is to paint it once it's running right, take her down, have Mako shoot her with some beautiful paint, which I'm not going to give away the color just yet, replace the wheels and tires with the other vet, and then back to auction it goes. So we'll get started with the easy stuff. I should probably disconnect the battery, but I'm not going to. I don't really feel the need. Probably replace the valve cover gaskets while we're in here as well. Yeah, that was fun. There it goes, my screwdriver. There we go. Unplug the mass airflow sensor and move that out of the way. Now, there's lots of little tidbits in here that are going to be disconnected. We've got this, not sure what this hose actually goes to be honest with you. Oh, it's the PCV, so this runs it back into the intake. I actually really hate that. I hate the idea of running blow-by, oily residue into the, back into the throttle body for combustion. Just seems like a bad idea to me. So we'll disconnect that. Then we have the idle air control valve that's buried down here. We'll be replacing that too because it's kind of a bear. We're going to replace this throttle body with the one off of the other Corvette because this one has a broken, this is where your sensor goes for, what is it, throttle position? Yeah, throttle position sensor goes there and it's broken. So we're going to just go ahead and replace that part of the throttle body. We're going to put a bucket under it because we're going to lose some antifreeze. Then we've got your TV cable over here, which I think it just pulls forward. Yeah, very nice. And then we've got the, oh boy, that's not factory. Okay, we'll need some needle nose pliers for that. But we'll get this stuff taken off and we will continue on our way. I've taken the liberty of undoing the other side already. I'm gonna try to do this. I don't think it's gonna work, but I'm actually gonna try to pull this off with this hose still attached. Maybe I can get away without taking it off just yet. In fact, that's not possible because there's another hose up here. We're just going to lose coolant. There's no way around it. Well, I'll save one bolt for last. We'll go ahead and take these out. I've got an electric ratchet that would make this go a whole lot faster, but I mean, what fun is it to use an electric ratchet? That'd be like using a lift. Speaking of lifts, Wildfire has informed me that my lift is being shipped out, and Weird Beard has agreed to come help us with the install of it as soon as it arrives. So stay tuned for that, guys, because as soon as that lift gets here, we're going to be installing it. That is going to make life at ARHQ so much more enjoyable. Now, I am curious as to whether you can just take this out and jimmy this out of here. I don't think so, though. I think we're going to have to get down there with that special tool, that long Torx, and actually loosen these up to help give us a little bit of wiggle room to pull this out. But I am going to try doing it without loosening up because I like to do things the hard way and then do them the right way. All right, time to... Well, that wasn't supposed to happen. That was... That made it look like I already done it, which I hadn't, and it just came off, so... All right, that's all the hoses. All that's left now is what I believe to be a 10 mil. Let's get down in here and let's take this off and see if this thing will just come off. I don't expect it will. There are a couple vacuum lines I need to pop off. The good thing about doing all this on camera, if I forget where the bolts go, I can just rewatch the video and I know where everything goes again. It's going to be a vacuum line right here. This right here, I don't know what this actually goes to. Some T. Interesting. Okay. So, uh-oh. Does it even, let me get a pry bar, man. Let's see if we can negotiate with this thing just a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going to pry the heck out. I'm not trying to break it. But, you know, just give it a light tug. No? Doesn't want to move, huh? Let's try not to break these vacuum lines here. Let's move these out of the way. And let's just... Ah! Aha! See? Sometimes it's worth negotiating. You gotta think, this thing is... There we go. This thing's been on here its whole life, man. It's probably never been off before. And I doubt... Ooh, there's a broken vacuum line right there. That's a big one. I wonder what that goes to. Oh, it's not a vacuum line. It goes to the hood release. And... Will it come off? Just... We've got the main vacuum T from the motor. Boy, that looks like it's going to be fun to get to. Yeah, that's going to be real fun to get to. Let's put a line wrench on it. Probably something like a 5/8. Let's see if we can negotiate that off. That's not a 5/8. That's more like a 1/2 inch or 9/16. So looks like it is going to be a 5/8 after all. If we can get a good grip on this and give her a good, there we go. There we go. And as long as we're not twisting the line, and we're not, she's actually, wow, guys, never mind. I'm not going to say it because as soon as you say it, anybody out there, if you ever worked on cars before, you already know, the minute things are going too good and you say these magic words, well, that's exactly when things start going really, really bad. Now, I think we're at a point now where this will come off. All right, are you ready? Let's... what is that on the bottom of the intake there? Ooh, whatever it is, it broke. Lovely. We've got a vacuum line here that has nothing hooked up to it. That's nice. Lots of vacuum leaks. Vacuum leaks are great for making cars run the way they're supposed to, guys. They're just great for that. Now that we've got the upper plenum off, we still have the runners to deal with, but I found it's a good time to test the EGR valve. You can actually push it in with your fingers, put a finger over this port, and the diaphragm should hold the vacuum. If it doesn't, the EGR valve is bad. And guess what? The EGR valve is bad. That sucks. This EGR valve has a special little heater type thing on it down here. And, well, I didn't buy any of that. We also found we had a couple vacuum lines broken under here. This is a mess. So somebody's definitely been in here before. Now it's time to find that special tool. I'm going to have to look for an EGR valve and an intake air temperature sensor, because if you've gone this far with getting this off and put new gaskets on it, you might as well replace this like $12 piece right here. Just better safe than sorry, in my opinion. Here is this special Mac tool that we have, and the purpose of this is they made this where you've got, it should be simple, right? You've got 1, then you've got 2, and then you've got, I think the third one is way down there. Yes, somewhere. There's 3. Okay. Then you look for 4, and it's like, wait a minute, where is number 4? You can't find it. You can get to this one right here. Okay, but this one right here is missing. Well, let me show you why. That one right there is actually on the other side of the intake. You have to run this special tool through the intake runner to get to it way over there. There it is right there, just like that. You see that? And vice versa from that side to this side. That is why you have to have this tool, because without it, you're not going to get it done. Let me loosen up those runners. You have to get those runners loosened up in order to pull off the fuel rail. So I think with just a, why do I have that on an extension? I don't think that needs an extension, do you guys? This thing is long enough. I think we are really close to having this thing off. Boy, she's a lot of fun, let me tell you. I'm going to just kind of let that stuff hang in there. I think we're at the very end here where these runners will just come off. And there's the cold start injector right there. You guys aren't going to be able to see it, but I'm assuming that cold start injector may be the reason this thing has such a hard time starting when it's cold outside. Either it's not working or maybe it's just dumping too much fuel. I don't know. All I know is that it's not running on all 8 ever. I don't know what we're going to do about the EGR valve. My goal for this video is simply to get her running on all 8 cylinders. Anything other than that is a bonus. Obviously, being Christmas Eve, I can't... What is that? That sounds awful. That sounded really bad, didn't it? Ooh. What am I... Oh, wow, that's the windshield wiper. That motor is... The casing around it is just destroyed. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. I'm gonna... Yeah, it wasn't me. I steadfastly stand by that. Oh boy. So this last one looks a little difficult to get to. It's on the very back here, and I put a flex on this, and maybe with the flex head, we'll be able to. Oh man, see the fuel rail. The cold start injector is actually what's in my way right now. If that cold start injector fuel line was not there, I would have this off. What to do? What to do? I say, let's take the cold start injector out. And let's disconnect it from the rail. So I know the video is going to be a little dark and a little grainy, but hopefully you can see we're about to attempt to get this cold start injector out of here. Oh, there she comes, man. She didn't even fight me. Make sure to save this and put it to the side, because that is for the cold start injector. Let's see if we can just kind of fish it out. Boy, putting all of this back together, guys, this is going to be it's going to be a lot of fun, because I have not labeled nor marked anything at all. And I hear, oh, is that gasoline leaking out of the fuel rail, I suppose. We're going to save this clip. I sure don't want to lose it. Come on, old girl. Get off of there. Ugh. You know what I need for this? One of my picks. One of my picks would actually be perfect. It helps if you use the right tool for the job, but you know, sometimes you get in a hurry and that's how things get broken. But yeah, so I'm just going to keep doing it this way. There we go. And this is your cold start injector right here. Set it to the side. So I'm hopeful that with the cold start injector out of the way, I can get to, can I? Yes. Ugh. That last bolt in the rear of the intake runner on the driver's side. Well, let me tell you. Oh, that was fun. What a way to spend Christmas Eve, man. Like, I know a lot of people probably don't like working on cars, but I really do. Yeah, they fight you. Yes, they're a major pain, but at the end, when you're done, it makes it all worthwhile, I think. Here we go. Ooh, there's nastiness running out of that one. Oh boy. Let's get the other side done, then we can pull this fuel rail off. Boy, I don't like using force, but I'm just going to kind of start prying a little bit, kind of gentle-like, and hope that we can convince her to start. Yeah, these aren't wanting to come out. They sure aren't wanting to come out. Ugh, there we go. There we go. There's one side. Now, I'll just go to the other side and see if we can convince this side to come off in the same manner. Kind of get yourself up here and nice and cozy-like. And let's see if we can. Come on. Oh my goodness. Whew. Yeah, she don't want to come off. Whew. She is stubborn as a mule. Let's see, can we, like I said, I don't like doing it this way, but, you know, maybe, just maybe, try not to break any additional lines here, but, she's starting to come out. She just ain't, she ain't happy about it. Let's see if we can get down over here and do a little negotiating on this end as well. Boy, these lines have been destroyed, man, and not by me. Somebody's definitely been in here before me and tried negotiating with these things as well. There we go. Hopefully now, there we go. Now we can get that out of the way. And all we're left with is our fuel rail. Whew. Oh, Nelly. That was a job, but we got her did. All right, next, let's pull off the valve cover valve cover gaskets are, ooh, there we go. Ugh, leaking like crazy on this car. So I decided while we're over here and fooling around with all of this, we might as well. Well, that's gonna be fun. There's not much room to get this out with all of this in the way. Huh. Perhaps I didn't think this out very well. Let's remove the trans dipstick, and let's see if that gives us any more. Golly, what a pain. Oh wow. Wow, is this engine rebuilt? Unbelievable, she is beautiful inside. Guys, take a look at this engine. Granted, the outside looks disgusting, as you can clearly see, but take a look at the rockers, the cylinder head. This thing is in beautiful condition on the inside. That's impressive. That's really, really impressive. I want to take the other valve cover off, and that's the PCV side, so let's see how it looks. After some fierce negotiating tactics, I have convinced her to give up. And as you can see, this cylinder head is just as beautiful as the other one. All right. I went ahead and cleaned the valve cover up without you, the head, I should say, not the valve cover, but I cleaned up the head without you. And then I decided, let's go ahead and tackle some of the wiring, because we are replacing, as I said, the fuel injector wiring as well. Now, it looks complicated, guys. It's super simple. All of these injectors are controlled by these two wires. That's it. There's just two wires, so don't let all of that intimidate you. That's nothing, guys. All the injectors fire at the same time on each side. So this bank fires, that bank fires. It's that simple. So once you open up the wire loom and you get down to the nitty-gritty, all of this looks super sketchy, right? It's scary. Oh my goodness, wiring. No, it's not a big deal, guys. You get down here, there's your blue side, all connected to that one single wire right there. There's your orange side, all connected to that single wire right there. Okay, just cut those off. All of this will come out, throw it away, brand new connectors, and she's coming right along, guys. I wish I had the EGR valve, man. I really would like to replace that EGR valve tonight, because this means I'm going to have to open it back up and do this all over again. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to stress over that right now. I'm going to get to the other side, and I'm going to get the wire loom cut up on that one so that we have access to the same wires on the other side we do on this side. We clip those wires, and we can get to putting this thing back together. But before we do that, I thought maybe you guys would want to see what the old injectors look like. Take a look at those, guys. Those are nasty. I mean, these are absolutely disgusting. Look at that. I mean, yeah, I'm going to say that there was something wrong with these. Let's get those injectors changed out, guys. It's pretty simple. It's like a little metal clip. You just pop it, pull the injectors, clean it up, put the new one in, and then we can work on the fuel pressure regulator. All right, we got the injectors out. I'll show you that in just a minute. Next, I want to pop off this fuel pressure regulator, and I'm dying to see what it looks like, because the condition of the fuel injectors was pretty bad, guys. It was pretty bad. So I can only imagine what the FPR is going to look like when we get inside of it. Quite a few little T15s that surround it. Remember the orientation with the vacuum port facing, well, from where I'm sitting, from my orientation, that is facing about 5 o'clock. All right, this should be the last one. Now you just kind of take these off. We'll fast forward so you guys don't have to watch all of this. So it's important to remember that the fuel pressure regulator is spring-loaded, so just be mindful of that and loosen the bolts at your own risk. It's not going to fly out, at least it shouldn't. We should be at the end of this here. There we go. Let's see exactly what things are looking like inside of here. In fact, I'm just going to leave that right there and see if we can just, separate. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see how she looks underneath this diaphragm here. Ooh, I don't know how well you can see that, guys, but there's literally residue inside of there. She's good night. That is under a lot of pressure. Now, to give you an idea, the new fuel pressure regulator, let's see if we can open this up and show you guys here, looks like this. Much cleaner, right? Looks a lot better. Looks like it's a lot healthier. Actually, this looks absolutely beautiful, whereas this one just looks kind of sickly, especially when you stick the two side by side. Okay, well, you know what it's time for? I'm going to clean this up along with the focus. Let's clean the focus up too. I'm going to get some carb cleaner in there, clean this up. We'll put a brand new fuel pressure regulator in it, and then we'll run some fuel cleaner. I've got some carb cleaner over here. I'll run it through the fuel rail itself to help clean up any gunk remaining, and we can start installing the new injectors. So the trick for me is just one at a time, very, very gently, because things like to slide and move around, and you definitely don't want to stretch that gasket in the slightest. So just kind of be gentle with it and get these bolts started, but not too much. I mean, just barely get them started, because you're going to want to tighten these down evenly. If you get in too much of a hurry, what's going to happen is the gasket material is going to start stretching, and you're liable to rip it. And if you rip it, well, you're done. It's over. Hang it up. Put a sock in it, a fork in it. It's Christmas. I'm thinking about stockings, so forgive me. Yes, put a sock in it. One last bolt. I can't see where it goes, but yes, sir. Okay, good deal. And then you want to tighten these up evenly, kind of like if you were putting on your tire, right? And kind of tighten them in a star pattern. And a little bit at a time, and eventually you'll have it tightened down, guys. And yes, we will be using a torque wrench for sure. In fact, you know what? Let me shut this camera off while I get my torque wrench out and actually torque these down to the proper specifications. All right, now that we got the new fuel pressure regulator installed, one more look at this. Right? That's done. All right, now let's take a look at the fuel injectors that I pulled out of this bad boy. This is obviously the fuel flow in, and this would be the fuel out. And, well, each one of these looks pretty bad. Look at all that crud up there. Let's take a look at another one. Look at the, I mean, come on, guys. There's no way this was going to fire, right? None. So even though the Egr valve is not going to be functioning when we put this back together, at least the fuel injectors should be firing. This is awful, guys. This is awful. Some of these have got broken tips. Either way, these are just, yeah, we could probably pull that off or not. I don't know. Yeah, maybe they do have those sticking out. Either way, guys, these are nasty. Oh, yeah, there's one more. This one is not the same as the others, so somebody at some point has replaced this fuel injector. But I'm going to grab the new used injectors, and I'm going to start seeding them with a little bit of silicone spray into the fuel rail. Now, before we get too far into this, I want to point out that these injectors right here are not the same as these injectors right here. They look identical, right? Oh, they're not. Trust me, they're not. Look at the sides. Okay? No, these are not the same injectors. And if you look at the tips, even though it's next to impossible to see, do you see the 4 holes? Let me see if I can focus that in just a tad better. Right there. There are, I think, 4. You may be able to see them a little better than me. 4 individual holes, whereas this is a single hole injector. So these right here are actually Ford injectors. And yes, Ford injectors will work just fine. In fact, if you take a look, ooh, we're getting too close. Right there, you may be able to see the Ford logo right there. And yes, believe it or not, Ford injectors will, of course, you got to spray just a tad bit of silicone. It's always good to lube these up. And it's also good to make sure the focus is set, right? On these right here, you want to make sure that the clip is set that way. Gently work it in. And then lock this clip in place. And by doing that, you guarantee that these will not come out. It's fairly simple. I like to wipe them down. Put a little bit of silicone on them and a little bit more on the tip. And then I like to just give them a quick wipe down just to clean them up a tad. It's not something you have to do, but hey, why not, man? Right? All right. Get them cleaned up. Then we'll dab just a tad bit more silicone on there. Doesn't take much. And then, yet again, make sure get it down in there, lock the tab into place, and if you want to, just to be on the safe side, you can take you a flathead screwdriver or even a pick, just to make sure. And that's all, guys. We just got to do that for 6 more injectors, and we can actually start putting this thing back together. Well, guys, I'm not going to lie. This turned out to be a much bigger project than I anticipated, and it is taking far longer than I thought it would. It is 3 o'clock in the morning, Christmas morning, and I am just now getting to the point where I can clip the wire harnesses for the fuel injector harness and start splicing the new ones in. I finally got in here and located the places that these connect, right here and right here on this one. I've got the new valve cover in, not cork. Boy, let me tell you something. If you ever think about using cork gaskets, don't. Please spend a few extra dollars and get these rubber with the metal crush washers inside. These are great gaskets, guys. So as you can see, we've got the new gaskets on here. I've got the new gaskets on the other side as well. I've got the intake runners clean. I swapped out I did all this without you guys because I'm just trying to get done. I want you guys to have a video that's not 2 hours long tomorrow because this is taking far too long. But I cleaned the throttle body. I installed a new one. This is the throttle body from the red one. And the old throttle body is, you know, laying somewhere amongst all of this. There it is, down there. There's the throttle body that had the broken studs in it. So I cleaned this throttle body up. It looks nice. It looks ready to go. Look at that. Look at that. She looks good. She's ready to go. We got the new idle air control valve, IAC, installed. And as it turns out, the idle air control valve that I pulled out of it was loose. I didn't even need any tools. You could just hand loosen it. It was really loose. So very likely a vacuum leak from there. You can see more cleaned up intake runners. Everything here is cleaned up. It is a matter of cutting wires, installing the new harnesses, dropping the fuel rail back on, putting things back together. Man, I really wish we could have replaced that PCV valve, or PCV, good gracious, it's late. I got to stop. This EGR valve, we're going to have to do without. I'm going to make sure all of the lines running through here are in good shape. I've got some replacement line if I need it. And we are going to start buttoning this thing back up, guys, because I want to go to bed and enjoy Christmas. Well, guys, I'm not 100% sure that I've got everything 100% right. This upper plenum did not go on nearly as easily as I felt like it should. In fact, I'm pretty seriously concerned about it. All vacuum lines that were broken have been replaced, all the plug wires replaced, everything redone. The only thing I have not done is hooked up the throttle and TV cables and cruise control cables. Those aren't necessary. They're right here. Because if I got to take this back apart again, I'm telling you, I don't know. Got an uneasy feeling, but I'll tell you what else. 6 o'clock in the morning, Christmas Day, I'm done. It doesn't matter. I did my best. Ooh. That sounded like gasoline bubbling out of somewhere. I tightened it all down. Almost sounded like timing's off. Boy, that doesn't sound good, does it? That sounds like timing is off. I didn't adjust the timing, though. But it's trying to start. Come on, old girl. Come on. Come on, please, please, baby. She's running. I'm going to open the garage in hopes that all 8 cylinders come back to life here. She's getting there, guys. Oh, that's all 8. She's running on all 8. Oh my God. Oh my God, you're running on all 8? Oh, Merry effing Christmas. Listen to this, guys. Listen to her. Oh, whoa. Easy there, Nelly. Now keep in mind, I dumped a lot of carb cleaner down her. There's WD-40 dump down her. But look at this, first time ever. Look how smooth that is. So was it worth it? Absolutely. Do I feel bad about sacrificing old girl out there? Not at all, man. You can hear it spitting and sputting a little bit, like I said. I'm not overly concerned with that. We got a lot of oil and stuff spilt down the manifolds as well. That's all I got to burn off. I don't see any fuel leaking out of there. I'm gonna let her run for a few minutes, guys. Let's see what happens. All right, guys, I worked on it a little longer. I went ahead and put the throttle assembly back together, readjusted the TV cable, kick down cable, whatever you want to call it. And, oh, it's 20 degrees right now. But I want to take her out on a drive, guys. Can't go far, but forgive me for being excited, guys, but this is the first time since this car's been here that we've had all 8 cylinders. I put a little carb cleaner on the exhaust, try to clean up some of the oil that was spilt down there. I'm gonna close this hood, guys. We're gonna take her for a little drive and see what happens. It's that time. Time to take her for a ride, but before we do, just call me Picasso. Painted me a little picture with the family. We did a little family paintings for Christmas. And we got some things coming up, guys. The Mustang GT, the white one, that we got for $400. Oh, it had a problem. If you can already tell, we know exactly what the problem is, and we'll be getting to that very, very soon. Of course, the Mustang GT, the Fox body, definitely more to come on that. Stay tuned. I don't want to get into this one on Christmas because it's going to depress me, and we're not going to go there. But you know what? I got to give a big special Christmas shout out and thank you to, boy, she's idle a little high, isn't she? To autoauctions.io, man. I really do. So, see those RPMs come down, man. They're a little high. Yeah, 1300, dang. You almost think she's got a vacuum leak. Okay. Here we go. First time on the road with 8 cylinders. Anyway, got to give a big shout out and thank you to autoauctions.io, man, for sending us Swamp Vet. I am not going to lie, guys. When I first saw the old girl, I wasn't amused. I may have acted like I was amused, but I was not amused. Not in the slightest. Oh, wow. Hey there, girl. She's a little rattly. That's about any old GM right there. RPMs are sitting at what? 700? Not bad. Not bad. I was a little disappointed, not gonna lie. But it almost feels like I got a flat tire or something. I don't know, we got stuff rattling around all over this car. I mean, I can't see a thing. Golly. These tires are junk. I mean, they are so junk. It makes you feel like you're riding on bricks. You know what? It feels so bad. Oh, wow. She's got a little get up to her. Now, yes, she does. Check engine light just came on. Not entirely surprised there. I can't wait to find out why the check engine light came on. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. Oh, wow. I think we actually did flatten a tire. It sure feels like we got a flat tire. Anyway, yeah, check engine light right there. We got a little smoke under the hood. Could still be burning stuff off. It's finally getting up to operating temperature. Yeah, hopefully it's not on fire. Whoa! Oh, boy, does it feel like we got a flat tire. I am so certain that we have a flat tire right now. Oh yeah, I'm like 99.999% certain we got a flat. There's a I'm trying to avoid hitting that bucket of mine. Oh, I could be wrong. It could be oh, she is idled a little high, isn't she? Yeah, gotta have a vacuum leak or something, man. I don't know. But anyway, yes, I was a little upset when I first got the car. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, man, come on. But that tire's almost flat. No flat tires. Well, she just feels like she's riding on flats, so I'll tell you what. Oh, what's going on under the hood, man? Oh, wow. Hopefully all that stuff is about to stop, because those are very nice valve cover gaskets that I installed on this. Here's hoping. I made sure to clean those mating surfaces up really well too. Well, I don't know what she's idled up so high for. It could just need the throttle adjusted right there. This side looks like it's smoking a little too. I don't think anything's leaking though. I'm gonna go ahead and shut her down. One more time, guys. We'll come back here and you can hear her run and listen to this. Nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Oh, that's a Christmas wrap. Get it? I could finally go to bed. Yeah, I was a little upset when this car came in. I had a lot of people ask me, like, were you mad? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. I was like, man, what did I do to deserve this? But I think it provided me an opportunity to make some YouTube money, show people that I can, in fact, work on cars. And I can take something like this and I can bring her back to life, because that's exactly what I did. Guys, she's here. She's running. I got to figure out why the check engine light's on and address that. But hopefully it's nothing that requires me to tear all this apart again. She moves. So big shout out and thank you to AutoAuctions.io for giving me something to really challenge me. And 7:30 a.m. No, that's an hour off. It's 6:30 a.m. I guess. Really challenged me, man, because let me tell you, this one has done it. And I'm going to try to sort this one out as best I can, get it as right as possible. And I know you guys are going to be upset. You're sending it down the road, Randy. Yeah, I think once I get it painted the color that I want it to, get those wheels and tires changed out, get the brakes finished, get the blower motor hopefully working, because it caught on fire last time we did it. Sort out a few little things, get a good paint job on her, guys, and it's going back to auction because I'm curious. Like, this car was free. It was pretty much considered junk when we got it, so what would it bring if we sent it back to auction with a paint job? Because the truth is, unless you used AutoAuctions.io, you would never know that this car sat in a Florida swamp. You're going to look at a Carfax report. Carfax is going to show this car was a great car. You know, not wrecked, not salvaged, not flooded, nothing. Just a good car. So I'm definitely curious to see what a car like this would command at auction with a fresh paint job, probably a little bit of fresh window tint, and some clean wheels and tires. Guys, it's almost 7 o'clock in the morning, Christmas Day. I gotta go to bed. So if this video was a little long, especially on Christmas, I am not sorry, guys. I put a lot of work into that there car tonight, and the fact that it's running, I'm good, I'm done. I can finish tinkering with it and adjusting everything later, and we'll do that another time. But you guys have been, I've kind of been not doing right by you, I guess. I should have done another video on this car sooner. I've had so many cars coming and going, guys. I just had to put this one on a back burner. By the way, the Buick, what was that? The Buick Regal that I got for $490 out the door, like total out the door was $490. That car sold. I sold it to Weird Beard, and it's gone. And Weird Beard, in fact, messaged me last night and told me he sold. I'm not going to tell you how much for. I'm sure he's probably going to want to tell you guys that. But I sold that car, man. And let's just say I doubled my money in like 2 days. Really 1 day, but 2 days tops. 2 days tops, and I spent no money on the car. Doubled my money on it. And pretty sure Weird Beard was able to make some money too. If you don't know who Weird Beard is, man, go check him out on YouTube. Weird Beard. He is working on my 1959, what is that, a Dodge Coronet 4-door. I've had a lot of you asking, do I still own the Dodge Coronet? Yes, I do. Yeah, I still own the Coronet. Weird Beard is doing all the body work, and he is doing a phenomenal job. He's taking his time. He's doing it right. And guys, this is one that I'm not like hurry up and get it done. No, man, you take as much time as you need, because when that car is finished, Mike, Weird Beard, he's an ace at this, man. Like, when he's done with that, it's going to blow your mind, guys. It's going to blow your mind. So if you're not watching Weird Beard right now, I got a lot of new subscribers to the channel. I own a 1959 Dodge Coronet that I picked up for $2,500, basically sitting in a field. I got it running, similar to this one, and I sent it to a good friend of mine. Merry Christmas, Mike, to you and your family. To Monkey Wrench Mike, I got a lot of people that like to say Austin Car, TK's Garage, TJ's Auto. No. No. Weston, Sam Crack, Watch JR Go. There's a lot of you guys out there. Oh, and you know what? Don't forget Coastal Auto Reaction too, man. Coastal Auto Reaction, not really a new YouTube channel, but a lot of you don't know who he is, man. Lunar Outlaws Garage too. I'm going to forget somebody, and that somebody's going to end up really pissed off at me. Look, there's so many people that I'm thankful for, man, for real. So many people that have influenced me and helped me to get to where I am today, including all of you viewers as well. So look, man, please don't take it personal. If I didn't mention you, I'm terribly sorry. I got a lot going on. Keep in mind it's 7 o'clock in the morning on Christmas, and I've been up all night. I'm going to try to go to bed. I might get 2 hours of sleep. Oh, wait, I got to edit this video. I guess I'm not going to bed today. Anyway, Weird Beard, go check him out. He is hooking up that 59 Dodge Corvette. Things are hopefully coming in the future with Coastal Auto Reaction. We'll see how all that plays out with, you know, the pandemic and all the other crap going on. But Merry Christmas! I've talked long enough. Merry Christmas to all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for giving me another year and letting me do what I really enjoy doing. I hope you enjoyed this car, because once I'm done tinkering with it, I think it's going off to Mako for a quick paint job. And I hope you like it. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I hope you like it. Be sure to thumbs up the video if you did, thumbs down if you didn't. Drop those comments down below, guys. Merry Christmas. Stay safe out there. I look forward to catching you guys all very soon in the next one.